Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the fourth Rome Total War battle that I have put onto YouTube. I'm a member of the Brotherhood clan, which was started in early 2005 and is believed to be the most senior clan on Rome Total War. In the team that I'm in at the moment are three Brotherhood members, and that is Brotherhood member Uther, Brotherhood member Crimson Overlord, also known as Pain, and myself, Spartan Commander. And we are fighting three very experienced pike army generals, and that is Wolves Galatia, Greeks Demo, and Greeks Vengeance. All three of these are experienced pike army generals, as well as other factions, as well as Rome Total War. With all the experience here on this battlefield with Brotherhood members and the enemy team, this should be a really great battle to watch. Fighting spear units is always a problem for Rome, and hopefully I'll show you some of the tactics that Rome uses against spear units. So I hope you enjoy this battle. At this stage of the battle, I have split my army into two. As you can see, I've got my main army still at the front, but I've made a mini army of 4 units, which I've moved into the centre of our formation, as I don't want to let the spear armies know what I'm thinking of doing. Actually, when Roman units fight spear units, the last thing you want to do is to fight them head on. If you can see that mass of spearmen there, legionnaires find it very difficult to fight through them head on. So the best thing to do is to try and get your Roman units around the side or the rear of pike armies. That's where they're very vulnerable. And if you can get your cavalry around the rear as well and smash into them while they're actually engaged fighting, you'll find that you'll rout loads of them. So my mini army, I'm hoping to move out to the left flank with cavalry backup when we actually get engaged, so that I can get around the flank or the rear of the enemy pikemen opposite me. Hopefully I'll be able to show you this tactic when we get engaged. Here you can actually see that I'm moving my mini army out to the left flank, backed up with my cavalry to get round to the flank of the Pontus pikemen in front of me. This will hopefully make him turn his units, some of his units, to face me, which will weaken his front line. So it should be good. As you can see at this stage, the mass army of Macedon, who vastly outnumbers the Greek cities, are attacking. Our ally, who is command of Greek cities, who is Crim, has got to try and hold out against this mass of Macedon spearmen, and that's a lot to do. If you notice out to our left flank, I've got my mini army round to the left, and Pontus spearmen are actually facing me now. I've also got my cavalry right there as well. Here you can see I've actually got my mini army almost behind the Pontus enemy army that was in front of me, backed up with my cavalry. On the main battlefront you can see Crim with his Greek cities is still managing to hold against these mass number of Macedon spearmen, whose units number 120 each, so it's a lot to do. Here you can see Galatia is sending in his Pontus chariots to attack Uther's infantry. The chariots have got lethal scythes on their wheels and can cause a great deal of panic amongst enemy troops, and they can do a lot of damage. I see Uther has counter-attacked with infantry and his cavalry, and are starting to rout the chariot units now. It was a good tactic to send in infantry and cavalry, as cavalry very often can get a lot of casualties if they try and fight chariots. As you can see on our left flank, Pontus has actually turned units round to its rear now, watching my mini army. We're under attack. At this stage, Uther has managed to get infantry and cavalry way behind the enemy lines. And of course they feel threatened by this, because, as I said earlier, the last thing they want is to be hit in the rear as they're fighting, because this will cause mass rout of spear units. On our left you can see that I'm still fighting Pontus, and I've still got my mini army round the back as well. Things are looking good for us at the moment. Here you can see a close-up of Roman soldiers fighting spear units, pike units. You can see at the front the legionnaires are not making a lot of headway against the spearmen, but at the flanks you can see that they're actually starting to kill the spearmen from the side, but trying to attack head on is not really tactically very good unless you just want to hold a spear unit while you get other infantry units behind them. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm actually attacking, but my men are actually getting round the flanks. As you see on the right side, Uther's just sent in his cavalry trying to rout Macedon units from the rear. And it's looking pretty good for the Brotherhood team at the moment, although the other team's still pretty good. At this late stage of the battle, you can see on our right, Uther is actually coming round the right flank and hitting the rear of the enemy Macedon spearmen. He's actually sending cavalry in here as well, which is aimed at hitting the rear of the spear units, and it should rout on impact those two spear. Yes, you can see the units are starting to rout there. Pontus has finally broken on our left flank, and it looks only a matter of time now until we actually win this battle. So this has been a great tactics by the Brotherhood.
The enemy general fleet!
Very often when chariots have been routed, they run amok. This is where they actually become dangerous to their own team as well as the enemy team, and they can kill anybody in their path. This is towards the end of the battle now, and we have actually broken the front of the pike armies, and there are just a few Macedon units left to fight. As you can see, our armies are charging into those remaining units, and they should start routing soon. And as you can see, they are starting to rout now. And this has been a really great battle. I hope you've enjoyed the tactics shown by the Roman legionnaires and the way they deal with pike units. All three of the enemy team, Galatia, Demo and Vengeance, are great pike generals, and for us three to beat them was pretty good. As you can see, there's some great kills there, and all the players in the game were RTW veterans, and there were some great tactics shown by all sides. This is Spartan Commander with his 4th RTW battle on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye all.